Do you relish holding back these old secrets, or do you die a little time inside every time we ask? I actually die a little every time people ask, because I don't really like keeping secrets that much. Like, I actually don't like it at all. I don't know if anyone really does, but it's kind of just the best way to do things at the moment, for the most part. You know, like with update 3, we didn't say anything. That was even worse, where we were just like, nothing's happening, but a lot was happening. At least now we get to give you stuff, you know, a little bit, like every week, bit by bit. It sucks to not be able to answer everyone's questions all the time, but it's tricky because there's two things, right? Like when we answer questions and give information, we have to for our marketing or community engagement purposes, it's better to give a little bit over time, right? And build this hype slowly over time. That's sort of like good for the game, good for the update, all that kind of stuff. Even though people want more and more and more, but that's kind of what sort of fuels that sort of hype and what gets people engaged. So like we want to sort of take advantage of that a little bit, right? But there's also the aspect of God, I actually forgot. Oh yeah. So there's also the aspect of not like a lot of questions that people ask. We have a vague idea. Like I can go to Mark and I could go ask him, you know, one-on-one, and he'll be like, "Yeah, probably this. Probably this. We talked about this last week, and we thought this was pretty cool. We'll see what happens later." Like a lot of these, you know, questions that you guys are asking, we may have somewhat answers for them, but none of them are like set in stone. Like we're back and forth and flip-flopping on things all the time. So it's like we also just can't give you some of these answers, because if we do, we either lock ourselves into something that eventually we come to realize we don't like. You know, like maybe we say we're going to put a feature in, and then we tried and we didn't like it, but then we said that we were going to put it in. Now what do? Do we cut it completely? But people's hopes are going to be up. They're going to have this idea of this really cool thing, even though we think, you know what I mean? It's really hard. So we can't just say everything, because the details might change, or some ideas that we have that we think are cool now might not come out later. So I can't just answer all the questions, and it sucks. It really does suck. It's probably the worst part of my job. I wish we could just talk about all the stuff that's coming along, but you know. And then there are times that I'm just like, I don't know. And then sometimes the second I say that, I'm thinking, actually, I do sort of know, but I can't say anything. Now I just lied to everyone, and now I feel bad about it. You know, like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do, man. It's like, I just can't tell you. I just can't answer some questions. It feels bad.